Okay, so we're going back to the word for truth. I forgot to share this nugget. This is the Hebrew word for truth again. First, middle, and last letter. The first, the middle, the last letter of the Hebrew alphabet, because truth is structured, orderly. It sets things right. And Jesus, of course, said, if you know the truth will set you free. But I forgot to say, when Paul says in 2 Timothy 2:15, he's like, be a workman that's not ashamed, who rightly divides the word of truth. And this is where I think you'll see an insight here. The first two letters of the word for truth, Aleph, Mem, this is the symbol for power. Remember, Mem is the symbol for water or life. And this is the Hebrew word for mother, because she has a river of life flowing out of her. She's the power in the water, or the power in the flow. So the symbol for life is found in the first two letters of the word truth. Now the second two letters of the word for truth is the word mut, or met, and this is the word for death. And so what you see, if you rightly divide the word of truth, it's a matter of life or death. And that's why to know the truth is more than just being free and having things in order. It's life. And rightly dividing the word of truth is life or death. Because if you do not divide rightly the word of truth, you will die. And that's why it's really important to understand what you are listening to and what you are reading and what you are believing. Because remember, if you believe a lie, your life is out of order. But if you believe the truth, it will set you free. So, Yud, He, Vav, He. The brilliance of God's name. This is Yud, He. Let me find the other He. Yud, He, Vav, He. Yahweh. The symbol, I think, in Psalm 86, it says Yah. It's a nickname for Yehovah. They just put different symbols or vowels in the word to make it pronounced Jehovah. But this is Yud, He, Vav, He. Yud has a numeric value of 10. He is the fifth letter. And remember, Vav, of course, is our sixth letter, so you have 10, 5, 6, and then 5, which is a total of 26. So one of the significant times that this appears, as far as the number of God's name, Yud, He, Vav, He, is in Psalm 136, where 26 times we're told that His mercy endures forever, or His loving kindness is everlasting. So you can see a lot of depth and meaning in the word Yahweh or Yehovah. But the uniqueness of this word is, if you look at the Hebrew word for to be, like if you say Haya, or when He says Yehi, He says Vayehi, or let there be light, and there was light. So this is one form of the verb to be. And you see in God's name, it is the verb to be in various forms. But in Hebrew, there is no verb to be, because it would be obvious to me and to you, if I was sitting here, I wouldn't have to say, I am sitting here, because it's a self-evident truth that is state of verb. It's a state of being. I don't have to say, I am here, because it's obvious that I am. And so when Jesus was saying, about before Abraham was, I am, or before Abraham was born, Yahweh, He was talking about this particular name and this particular verb, the verb to be. But since there's no verb to be in Hebrew, what does this word mean? It's a big mystery in some ways. But when God said to Moses, when He asked him, hey, who should I say sent me when I go before Pharaoh? He said, well, tell him I am that I am has sent you. But in Hebrew it actually says, I will be what I will be. So it's the verb form in the future of that verb to be. But since there's no verb to be, it kind of leaves it in a mystery form. Yud, He, Vav, He, Yahweh, from the verb to be. That is God's name, because it's obvious that God is, like Augustine said, God alone is, and you and I are always becoming. And so some rabbis say that the verb to be actually means let something come into being, or let something come into existence. You know, let there be light was one of those things where they don't really know how to translate it exactly, but we can get a pretty good feel for that in the mystery of God's name, I am. And along that same line, we have another brilliant word for the word light. And this is where I think you have such a dynamic use of the economics of Hebrew once again, where you don't have to go too far to wonder. You don't have to look too far in the symbols, and I can't find my aleph. I'm sure it's here somewhere. You can pause.